Hello guys. Alright, so this is the week of February 21st? Yes. Okay, so I'm filming a video this week, and then I'll have to film my one for next week early. This one is about what have I been up to, because I've been trying to get some videos caught up and do some other fun things with y'all. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. But first, I'm Haley from Haley's Design Studios. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. We have a lot of things to show you, a lot of different things, and I can't wait to get into this video and tell you all about what I've been working on. Okay, so that being said, I got to do 2 pattern tests. One was a free pattern, and it was just an option because I'm in one of the groups, and then I got picked to do a pay pattern test. So you can kind of see it here. So I'm going to start off with the pattern test that I did this past week. This is Huxley, the Market horse. I ordered these eyes. I think I got these from Sweet Beans Crochet. I have some eyes and I don't know where they came from. I ordered them from 2 people. Either from Annie from Annie Annie Caraway Art, or they're from Sweet Beans. I think these are from Sweet Beans, but I can't remember. They're just a pair that I've had for a really long time, and I've been trying to use up things that I have already prepped and stuff. So yes, so it's a very quick make. If I make this again, I will do one thing differently. So you have to, the way the ears are done, you come back once you get like right here, and you like tack the ears in place. I will cut my strand of yarn to do that beforehand, only because if you were a person that pulls from the center, you have to stop and either pull from the other end or cut your yarn off. So I will do that beforehand and do that. That's just personal preference. That's not anything like that. It's just me. When I'm doing something like this, I want it to be easy and I want it to be quick. So yeah, so I have this. You can do like a stripe here. I chose not to do that because I did a variegated yarn. And I used some fur yarn that I had in the Big Twist line. This is that faux fur. I've had this yarn for forever. It was one of the few I got before Joann's went out of sale. Went out of business, so it was on sale, so I got it. This is single stranded though. I know with that yarn you can do like 3 strands. I didn't do that. Did not do that. So. But anyways, there's my horse. This is a pattern from the Cozy Buckeye. Is a very quick make. I think it's a 40-minute make for me, 40 to 45-minute make for me, just because you have to come back and do the hair. The hair's not wanting to do right. I think this hair's gonna come on loose. But yeah, so it's single stranded. So there is that. I didn't have any mistakes in this. I think I need to figure out a way to make my puff stitches stand out just a little bit more. But that's just me thing and my attention. But yeah, the pattern was very quick, easy to work up. She has a video for the ears, so if you don't understand the written instructions, you can go and watch the video. I did not watch the tutorial. I was able to figure it out without having to do it. So yes. Now if I make the horse again, I'll probably do a solid color horse. But I wanted to do a variegated, so that's what I did. I am a part of her golden hooks thing where I am in the Instagram chat and all that kind of stuff. So there's that. I'll be charging $25 for this horse. And we're gonna see how much of this bag I can fill up with the makes I've made. I've actually made quite a few things the last few weeks that I just haven't gotten to show y'all. So, but we're gonna see how much of that bag we can fill up. Okay, the next thing was April came out with a pickle pattern. I don't make a whole lot of pickles. Just not something I've wanted to make. I'm not really a food person. So, but, yeah, so this was a free pattern. This is not but 10 rounds. It takes me probably 20 minutes to work up. It probably can take you less, but I'm not as fast some days because being pregnant, not trying to get carpal tunnel or anything in my wrist, because you can get that being pregnant. You're at a higher chance. So, try not to do that. So, but I have this one without a mouth. So, and then I have these two. I'm gonna charge $10 for these. I'll probably make a couple more of these to have. If you need like a good scrap buster or anything like that, these are great. This is a great pattern to use up. So yeah, there's that. Alright, so next up is the dolphin pattern from Crochet, I think. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick for y'all. It comes with a dolphin, and you can make the orchid from it, but I don't do that as often. Typically I just make the whale. I will make all of them, don't get me wrong, but I don't always make them that way. So yes, so it's the baby dolphins by Crochet on Instagram. So, like I said, she has to make a dolphin. I just don't do the top fin. Or if I do the top fin, I turn this sideways, tag it like that, do the top fin, and then it makes it a shark. So, but I use it to make my whales and all of that, just to give me a little bit of variety. I don't really know how much of a variety you can have with patterns like this. This is just one that I particularly use because of it. So I have 5 of these whales. No, 6 this week, because I am getting scrap pieces, smaller skeins I've had wound up. I'm just making things, and as I get to, let's see, do I have scrap? Let me show y'all real quick. Yeah. Okay, so like once I get to here, this much, I take this and I make something else with it. So I have 2 scraps left for that. So, but I made 4 in this gray color, These take me about 15 minutes to make. I charge $8 for these. I have one in this periwinkle blue, and then one in this variegated yarn. So, and I make these in all different colors. I have made some in scrap yarn. Don't like to make these in scrap yarn. I like for the top to be all one color. I like the bottom to be a different color. So I don't like for them all to be one color. But there's that. So we are at 25, 35, 45, 55. It's 55. 95, 103. 103 in the last couple weeks. And this is not everything. This is everything that I have not shown you since then. Next is this axolotl. This, believe it or not, this is the first big axolotl I've ever made. This is the baby axolotl from Crochet Grove. I've actually made 2 of these, but one is for a custom order. There you go. So I'll show it to you, but it's not going in the bag. I'm going to charge $18 for these. These take me about 40 minutes to make. You know, once they hit more than 30 minutes, and then color changes, and then like going back and adding details and stuff, they become a little bit more work than what they're really worth. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna charge $18 for these. Fuzzies. So one has been cleaned, so I can't sell it. But yeah, this pattern was super quick. I didn't have any problems at all. I did have to, on this one, I did not adjust my bobbles like I should have, and I will do that next time. So, but that just happens with tension. You know, you think you get your bobbles right, and they're not. But the main thing is I like them to be in a row together. So if they don't look like a row here, that's fine. But as long as these are in a row, if that makes sense. Just because when it's sitting, you can see it. So there's that. That's 18. So we just said that was 103. So now we're at 121. I know this doesn't seem like a lot, but we're about to get there. Okay, I think I'm gonna save these to the end. Okay, so the next was these. I have a bunch of Sweet Snuggles like that, you know, I'm trying not to go and buy yarn unless it's for a project that I'm working on and I run out of. So like I need to get a skein of the Bernat Mystical in the yellow to finish a Della Duck. But other than that, I'm not trying to buy yarn. Oh, excuse me. Oh, but yeah, this is a mouse pattern. This is a free Instagram pattern. So far, the only pay patterns are the horse and the axolotl. And then one more. But everything else is free. So, this is a free pattern. This is by Click and Buzz Crochet on Instagram. Yeah. There's just a quick, easy make. I sell these for $15, I think. 15, because I've got a smaller rat that I make, and since it's skinnier, I charge 10 for it. So these I charge for 15. So I mean, it's super quick and easy, and I was able to make 7 of these this week. I think I charged 15. Hang on, I don't want to tell y'all wrong. Yes, I charge these for 15. Okay. So that's 15 for these. So that's 30. So I said we were at 121. 151. 181. 211. So, but yeah, everything is no sew. You surface crochet the tail on, and then yeah, that's it. I just love how chunky and chubby it is. I'm gonna make her possum next because I need possums. So, well, that was 211, so this makes 226. So the little things do add up if you can sit down and make things. So then this is my last paid pattern. This squirrel pattern, I just love it. It's quick, it's easy. I sell these for 12. If I make them in Parfait Chunky, I sell them for 10. These I'm going to sell for 12. I've never made them in a bigger yarn, so we're going to see how well they do. I've made my $10 ones at the Parfait Chunky, and I sold out. Like, I had 2 because I was trying it out because I lost my 3rd one. It was great. But yeah, this is all no sew. You come back in and you surface crochet the ears, and you do a little bit of embroidery for the nose, and then that's it. Avery Axolotl, I have this pattern. I have her pony snuggler and her platypus. Y'all have seen me talk about her platypus in one of my more recent videos. But yeah, I love all of these. The tail is crocheted in. You leave the tail from the head and you use it to tack the tail up. I cut enough tail off of this to sew it the way I want it to, because I go back and I reinforce the stitches where I crochet the tail in. So I do mine just tacking just a little bit differently. But there's nothing wrong with how you do it in the pattern. I just do this differently. Okay, so that makes 240. Okay. Next up is snakes. So, I'll tell y'all about these snakes. I had little balls of scrap yarn, or like, just like a little pile of scrap yarn, you know, something like this that doesn't have a whole lot to it. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to start using some of these. Start using some of these up. I'm going to start using some of these scrap balls of yarn up. We're going to get through some of this yarn, because I don't like having little piles of scrap everywhere. It drives me crazy. So I started with this, and I made 3. I didn't have to color change or anything. I made 3 of them. They look great. I charged 15 for my snakes. Some have eyes, some don't. This is a pattern by, it's the same maker by that does this free stingray. Chexdouzcoton. I'll have it linked. I'll have all the people down below. But yeah, I love her snakes. This is another free Instagram pattern. love it to death. Wish I could make more of these in a timely manner, which I'm actually going to make more, because as you can see, I've got scrap yarn. So excited to use those up. Because as y'all know, with the baby coming, I've tried to downsize how much yarn I actually have, and only buying yarn that I need, because I have so much yarn and it's so many different things that like I don't have like enough colors of each one. Blanket yarn I have a pretty good selection of. Sweet Snuggles like the Parfait Chunky, the Parfait Plush, I have a good selection of it. I just need to make more things. So that's what I'm doing. I'm literally going through what are things that I want to make and everything like that. So anyways, I used this up and I had just a little bit left, and I was like, you know what, I'll save that for when I make another one. So then I started on this one, and as you can tell, I ran out the last little bit, but guess what, I used the rest of that scrapbook. So this was one skein, this was 2 skeins I used up. This was a little ball I used up. So that's 3. This is not a scrap one. I just wanted one in this because I've never made one in this color. And it's one of the skeins I had open. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to grab it and we're going to make a snake from it. So I wanted to make snakes. So I have that. And as you can tell, this one is very scrappy. So I finished, so I said it was 3, 4, 5, 6. I used 6 scraps using this. And from those whales, this was what I had left. I am almost done. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 rows in the cap. I'm on row 5. So I'm going to grab some more of this yarn. I'm going to finish this up. But this is what the scrap of that looks like. So that's another one. So that makes 7. I think that was the only 7. Yeah, because I have not used this up yet. Once I use this up, that'll be another one. But that is just this week of scrap yarn. Like, that's not even including anything else I've made. I do have some eagles to show y'all. I just don't have them here. So they'll be in part of next week's video. No, they won't be in part of next week's video. You will see those for my February video. So the next week's video to come out is I'm going to do a price of everything I made in January, how much yarnage I used, and all of that. Same thing here. I'm looking at my yarn, really like keeping track of it. How much am I using? What am I doing? And all of that other. So that's 7 snakes. So I said we were at 240, 270, 300, 330, 345. That's 345 to sell. Being pregnant and making my small things and making lots of them these last couple of weeks, that has really boosted my inventory a lot. But I've got some more things I'm going to be making. Spiders and making more scrappy snakes, because I love doing the scrappy snakes. They have brought me so much joy. I like just pairing colors together and just getting this, using this up. Like, you know, yes, if I have another skein of this, do I have to use it up? No. But I'm also at that point of like, what am I going to use these for again? When's the next time I'm going to get these out? These colors to use again? And if it's going to be months, I would rather go ahead and use it up now in a project that will actually sell. Snakes do extremely well for me. But anyways, next on the list is spiders and gators and dinos. Those are some things I need to tackle. I need to make some things of. And so, yeah. And I will also keep making whales and my scrappy snakes from other things. I probably won't do another pattern test unless one just catches my eye. But yeah. Spring break's getting ready to come up in 2 weeks. My mama's birthday is next week. She turns 90. So I will have to do like all my pre-filming beforehand. That's why I'm probably going to film tomorrow, the January video. Even though it won't come out this week. This video will come out this week. That January video will be at the end. And it's nice to see how much yarn I'm actually using up. So, and I also want to make a bee. I have an itching to make a bee. So I might make another bee. Like I said, I have so much things I want to do, and I'm like, I gotta pick something and start. I'm gonna get off here, because I've done yapped your ears off enough. Tell me, what are some things you use for scrappy projects? Like scrap balls of yarn, what are some things you use? What are some things you do with it? How do you use it up? If you liked any of these patterns, or if these are any of the patterns you use, or, you know, you want to see more free patterns or more pay patterns, let me know. Because I don't necessarily mind doing another video for y'all. Like I said, I have my next roundup picked out for y'all. It's Pokemon edition, so I will be starting that also. I'm already working on one, and it's gonna be a free pattern. So yay! I've actually got 2 of those made. I'm so excited. I can't wait to make the others, because I need to make those to get those into inventory. And the only way to do it is to hold me accountable, and y'all do that. So if you like these videos, don't forget to hit the button that looks like this. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment down below. And I will catch y'all in the next week's video. Bye guys!